beautiful people, and welcome to my YouTube channel. I know, it's been a minute. Kamadawa, that's part of the intro. It's been a minute, guys, but I'm back. Actually, I'll be honest with you. I'm not even sure I'm back yet because a lot is happening in life. I'm processing quite a lot at the moment. So yeah, but the reason I'm on here today is because this weekend is Mother's Day. And last year I did a Father's Day special for my dad, and my intention, my written down plan had a Mother's Day planned for this year. And the intention was to have a sit down with my mom, get to ask her how did it feel being a first time mom, how has the journey been being a mother. But as fate would have it, I'm in Nairobi, my mom is in Kisumu. So what are the chances? What are the chances that this actually happens? Very minimal, but I think I'm gonna make it. It's still gonna remain on my to-do list because I would really love to have a sit down with my mom to just get into her mind, just kidogo, just a little bit. But for this Mother's Day, I thought I don't want it to go by without me making this video. First and foremost, y'all know I'm a daddy's girl. Daddy's girls in the building. I'm such a daddy's girl, and it's not a secret. So I was like, if I don't do for Mother's Day, people will think this one just loves their dad. Hey guys, the way I love my mom, it's next level kind of love. So I just wanted to come on here to make this video for Mother's Day, to wish all mothers out there a happy Mother's Day, and especially my mama. How I'm gonna commemorate this day is sort of just answer a few questions about my mom. And hopefully we get to have a sit down someday at a later date and maybe get to catch up and get to know more about her from the horse's mouth. Yeah, so indulge me and let's get right into it. Whoop, whoop. So what do I love most about my mom? One of the things I really love about my mom is her attitude of go-getting. Like, she's a go-getter. If she wants something, she puts her mind to it. She always goes and gets it done. If she decides I'm gonna do ABC, it's happening, and she will figure out how to do it. I really love that. It sort of speaks to her endurance and her belief as a person. She's such a strong believer, and if she believes in something, she's dying on that path. So I like that about her. And it's just one of the attributes that I really enjoy about her, apart from the fact that she's so nurturing, like so motherly as a person. But being motherly encapsulates a lot of these characteristics. But I think one of the greatest one that I really love and that I sort of emulate or try to is just being a go-getter, just going for stuff, going for it, not limiting yourself to what you can or cannot do. Yeah. The next question here is, what do I have in common with my mom? Now, apart from the fact that we are both firstborns, in our families, which sort of tends to make us we're very strong-headed people. Like, not in a negative way. When people say strong-headed, it's like there's a negative connotation to it, but like, we are strong-willed. We are just firstborns. Yeah. So apart from the characteristics of firstborns, being deputy parent, trying to make sure everyone is okay and all that, I think one of the things we have in common is just that strong will to do what we want and to go after what we want. What is my worst moment with my mom? One of the worst moments, and when I have a sit down with her, I'm gonna ask her, like, what was up, mom? What's up? What was happening? Was when I was 8 years old, and I did something wrong, and I covered it up with the house help. So she didn't know, but eventually she found out. And I remember when she found out, it was a family outing day. We were actually going out as a family, and I was there dressed in my katutu dress, and I was helping my dad clean the car, and I just had my mom call me from upstairs. So I ran up, and when I got there, this woman beat the mom beat me up. It was slaps and like everything she could find, slippers, anything and anything she could get, she used to beat me. She beat me. I literally peed on myself. I peed on myself. And this is a child who had never been beaten. I'm those kind of children that if I'm wrong and you just scold me, balancing tears will be here. Like every time she would just be like, And my mom is Mkali. If you know my mom, she's very Mkali. So every time she would do that, my balancing tears would already be here. And she'd be like, get out of my face. So I had never been beaten by my mom. Unlike my second born brother who has received quite a number of beatings from the woman. I had personally never been beaten. I've never been beaten. Even after that, it was the first and last time my mom beat me up. But she beat me up a good one. I peed on myself. And I'm still traumatized. It's just one of the worst moments. Another one that comes to mind that I'm not very fond of is, how as a child, African child with our kafro, blow dry. When my mom used to blow dry my hair and she would make me sit on the floor, and pin me down with her thunder thighs. And then be, like you would be there crying. And my dad would always be like, just let the child be. And my mom would be like, not my child. My child has to look presentable. Excuse you. Yeah, so I think in terms of worst moments, I think the beating beats everything. Like that, the day my mom beat me. And I think, I'm going to ask her when we have a sit down. I think she's never done it again. Not because I was a perfect child, but the shock. I peed my pants. I peed my tutu dress. I had to change and still went for the outing. And then when we were at the outing, as I'm eating my chips, he says, Mom, you never do that again. That time you're just like, imagine I was 8 and I still remember. I think there's some trauma there. Anyway, enough of worst moments. What is my best moment with my mom? I have so many beautiful moments with her. Just sometimes it could just be a discussion, a sit down, a phone call. Like this morning, my mom just made my day. We laughed so hard at something. She had misinterpreted something. It was hilarious. So I have very great moments, but I think one of my best moments is when I was in uni. I was abroad, I was depressed, I was alone, or rather that's how I felt. And this woman, bless her heart, man, my mom would call me every day. Every day. I don't know if you know what that means. It wasn't a WhatsApp call, it wasn't a Viber call, it wasn't a Skype call. It was a Bob Colimo Safaricom call. To abroaders, okay? To the abroad. Every day. And, when I look back, I'm just like, only a mother can. Only a mother can. And it's just one of the highlights of my life, like the best moments I've had with her is just feeling that love despite the distance. I was so far, I was so alone, but it was like a relentless pursuit. It's just, she was always there, always checking on me anytime I'm down. And sometimes it's just like that, she'll call and I'll be like, Mom, I'm just feeling so down, and she'll just listen and we'll have a chat over the phone and you just feel like a warm embrace. And those are my best moments with my mom, the best of the best, that I cannot even fully describe the feeling, but it's one of the best gifts that I have from my mother. Yeah. What would I like to learn from my mother? My mom is a very good cook. Yeah, and she used to really cook a lot. She used to cook and bake as a child. I think the passion has died with time or with age. She's sort of there's been some laxity. Okay, I don't know. She's chillaxed about cooking. But I would really love to, learn to cook as good as she does, as passionately as she does, you know, prepare things, take my time, experiment, you know, make my kids happy, make my family happy, just, you know, try out new dishes, new things, new cuisines. I would love to learn that from her. Of course, she has taught me a few things here and there, and there are things that I only cook a certain way because my mom says it's this way. So it's this way or the highway. There's no other there's no other way of preparing this meal because mama says this is the way to do it. So I would really love to I guess learn more cooking from her. So for those of you who know my mom was a teacher at Jamhuri, and you know Jamhuri High School is just known for warui, like waru, you know, the kids who are just, yeah. But she has such a nurturing nature, a motherliness to her. She's stern. My mom is Mkali, don't get me wrong. She's Mkali. Like whenever she was on duty, she would stand at the gate, and the way those kids would run for their lives, you know? I was like, wait, this woman must just be ish. But she loved her boys. She loved her boys, and she was actually passionate about, you know, teaching them, trying to create a safe space for them, trying to understand where they're coming from, and, you know, sort of meet a need or two whenever she could. And it's just a nurturing nature that she has. So that motherliness it's there. She's Mkali, but she still remains a mother. You know, you can't take it away from her that she's stern and she's forthright, and she's, if it's wrong, it's wrong. There's no two way about it. But there's a love and a nurturing nature that comes despite that, you know. I don't know, what is Mkali in English? I think it's stern or like strict, someone being very strict. I will stick to strict. My mom is very, very strict. Of course, with age now, we've become buddies. We're like girlfriends, you know, we'll chit chat, we'll be like, ma, no, that one you could have done better. So this was just a short video. I thought to come on here quick and to just wish every mother a happy Mother's Day. A happy Mother's Day to, you know, mothers who are on this mothering journey, who are, you know, just figuring it out as they go. And my mom is not perfect. She keeps figuring it out as we go. Happy Mother's Day to all potential mothers like me in the house. Woo! Happy Mother's Day to us. Happy Mother's Day to people who play a mother figure role in people's lives. People who have, you know, taken the mantle and who have stepped up to be mothers to children who are not necessarily their own. And a happy Mother's Day to our departed mothers. I am cognizant of people who have lost their mothers, and my heart definitely goes out to you, especially when I think about the role that my mom plays in my life. But for those who have already departed, we wish them a happy Mother's Day in heaven. Have yourselves a wonderful, wonderful day, and God bless you. See you on the next episode of Fridays with Floki.